What exactly makes an optical clock technology so special? These advanced devices represent the pinnacle of precision timekeeping. The optical clock works by using atoms cooled to temperatures near absolute zero. These ultra cold atoms are then probed with laser light to detect their frequency vibrations. The result, a level of atomic clock accuracy that's almost hard to believe. To understand how precise these devices are, consider this. An optical clock would lose less than 1 second over the entire lifespan of the universe. That's accuracy measured in parts per quintillion, a number so large it's difficult to comprehend. So what's happening here, John?
Yeah, this is cool. It's a little not I wouldn't say over my head, but like hard to wrap my head around as far as like the significance and the impact, but let's dive into it. So right now, the global standard for a second is based on vibrations of cesium atoms and when they're exposed to microwaves. So it's a system that's served us for over, I'd say, 50 years. But optical clocks, which use lasers to excite atoms like strontium and ytterbium, they can measure time with up to 100 times more accuracy than the cesium clocks. And the way it works is the atoms in the clocks are cooled to near absolute zero, and then the lasers detect their ultra fast vibrations called frequency ratios. And that defines the tick of a second. And so this was a recent study that was coordinated by scientists from 6 different countries, and they compared 10 optical clocks over a 45-day period using both satellite links and thousands of miles of fiber optic cable to connect the clocks. And so this was actually the largest coordinated comparison of optical clocks ever conducted. And they produced 38 different frequency ratios measured simultaneously, 4 of them for the first time. So they significantly reduced measurement uncertainty and brought optical clocks closer to being the new global standard for timekeeping. So that sounds like a lot, but for those of you in like they're like, why should I care about this? So it could help improve technologies like GPS, banking, and telecommunications, which rely on precise timing. So this is cool. There's also work underway on an even more advanced nuclear clock. So watch out for that because we'll probably be covering that. But what are your thoughts on this, Craig?
Yeah, there's lots of technologies that are impacted by this. We say more accuracy. Who cares? I agree with you. At some point, you're like, okay, somebody redefined what a second means because we're measuring it this way rather than measuring it that way. How does it affect my day-to-day life? Well, as we start to use these technologies, meteorology and weather prediction becomes more precise for atmospheric measurements, better climate modeling capabilities, and enhanced weather forecasting. Fundamental physics research, testing Einstein's theory of relativity with unprecedented precision, searching for variations in fundamental constants, and probing the nature of spacetime itself. Dark matter research, using clock networks to detect dark matter interactions, mapping gravitational fields with extreme precision, searching for new physics beyond the standard model. You already mentioned GPS navigation systems. There are a lot of systems that are impacted or things that are impacted by this technology and that would potentially massively improve as a result of this.
Yeah, this is cool. And I don't know if you know, did you know that Jeff Bezos is building this 10,000-year clock in a mountain?
I knew he was building a clock, but I hadn't read into the
Yeah.
details.
I'm curious to know, and I'm not asking you this because I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm curious to know if this will impact the construction because I know that his clock was based on um, some uh, some inventor that conceived it in like the 80s or something like that. So I'm curious to see, yeah, if this will affect that or if he's just going to go ahead with it. But I like this advancement. This is cool. But it's funny that as we're talking about optical clocks and the advancements and all that sort of stuff, that there's already another potential technology to dwarf it on the horizon, right?
Yeah, the nuclear clock prototype and beyond.
Yeah.
If they plan to redefining the second by 2030. So in 5 years? that optical clocks for timekeeping standards will be replaced by nuclear clocks.
Yeah. You cut out there on me for a second, so I don't know if you talked about the ion clocks or the optical clocks. They operate at a laser frequencies that's about 100,000 times faster than microwaves, and they're able to achieve 1,000 times the accuracy of cesium clocks. I don't know if you put those numbers up there, but I apologize if you did.
Yeah, and they plan the world's going to be adopted to this new standard by 2030.
Yeah, it's crazy how such a critical technology can be adopted so fast.
Yeah, and it's because there's only a few atomic clocks. So everything peaks those atomic clocks. I don't know how many are there. Let's just say 100 in the world.
Yeah.
That are available. You just got to replace those with these and off you go, right? Because those are the things that ping. So it's not like we have to do this crazy stuff everywhere. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I love this technology. I love that we're getting more accurate, and be interesting to see where we talked about quantum GPS and see how that might have anything to do with this longer term. And I'd love to see how more accurate the nuclear clock and prototypes are going to be.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear your feedback on what this means, if it means anything to you. New redefining a second by cooling it down and analyzing it with lasers. And we're now defining what a second is completely different than what we did, say, 10 years ago. Does that impact our lives? Not at a high level, but at this level, I think these technologies are going to improve, and we'd love to hear your feedback on which one of these emerging technologies you want to see improved by this.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
What do you got going on, John?
Yeah. I don't know when this is coming out, but
probably last week in July.
Okay. So enjoying the summer, getting ready for Elevate in September. I don't know if do we have a startup drinks in August?
We won't. We'll have a Flowgrammer event probably, but we won't.
Going to a Flowgrammer event, yeah. But just working with clients on government funding. So if you have any questions, reach out to me on LinkedIn. But if you have general business questions, your startup, what do they do, Craig?
Head over to startupcoach.ca or torontostarts.com. Everything's over at torontostarts.com. One of the largest startup communities in Canada. We do workshops, events. There's all sorts of resources and training, multiple podcasts, lots of stuff over there. You can schedule a call with me. You can get links to our Flowgrammer stuff where we do business automation and really help companies take things to the next level without increasing their staff and scale faster. So you can take a look at all of that. And we'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment below and let us know what you're up to. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Thanks, everyone.